I noticed something strange before boarding. The flight number I was taking was 115. Today's date was October 15th, and the flight departure time had been delayed from 9,030 to 10,015. All of this seemed too coincidental. I felt a sense of unease, but after looking around, I couldn't see anything unusual. So I asked the pilot a question. Good flight today?
No, very good.
Before I could sit down, a stranger in the back of the cabin smiled at me. I politely responded. Then I noticed an MP3 player in the pocket of the seat in front of me. It was playing a story about Flight 115, and that was exactly this flight. Out of curiosity, I put on the headphones. The story being told matched the current situation in the cabin exactly. The MP3 player mentioned that the flight attendants were conducting a safety demonstration. It also mentioned that it was raining outside the window. I opened the window shade and saw that it was indeed pouring rain outside. Then, the MP3 player played a chilling statement. Flight 1015 will disappear from this world in 6 minutes. I found this statement ridiculous, but the plane suddenly became turbulent. Fortunately, it was just the plane taking off. Then the MP3 began discussing the mystery of the plane crash. The first topic was Captain Donald. At that moment, the captain was making an announcement. I quickly paused the recording and asked the passenger next to me if the captain was named Donald, but the passenger looked confused because he hadn't heard the announcement. I couldn't help but tell him about the bizarre content I heard on the MP3 player and wanted him to listen to it too, but he immediately left my side in disgust. I put the headphones back on. The recording continued to mention that at 10,021, a bird collided with the plane. And at that moment, the time was precisely 10,001. Then there was a loud crash. The plane plunged directly into the dark clouds. Shortly after, I found myself waking up on the shore. I couldn't believe I was the only survivor. The plane had disintegrated into debris in the water. The MP3 player was glistening in the sunlight. I quickly put on the MP3 player to hear the story's conclusion. Rescue teams launched a search immediately after the plane went missing. But it wasn't until months later that they discovered the small island where the plane had crashed. But unbelievably, all passengers on Flight 1015 were rescued, except for a journalist named Justin, who remained missing.